Mr. Tagoe, please repeat after me. I, please state your name, do hereby swear by the Bible that the evidence that I shall give before this commission of inquiry shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Please be reminded that by the oath you have taken, you have made a promise to speak the truth, and the failure to do so constitutes an offense for which you will be liable to punishment.
Well, go ahead, please.
Mr. Tagoe, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Now, will you, for the purposes of the record, mention your full name to the commission?
I'm Benjamin Tagoe.
Mr. Tagoe, what do you do by way of profession?
I'm an electrical technician.
And where do you live?
I live at East Legon, Bawalish.
How far is your residence from that of the parliamentary candidate of the NDC in the last by-election?
It was about 150 meters from the MP's house.
Now, you have come in as an eyewitness, am I right?
Yes, my lord.
In the sense that you witnessed the incident that took place in and around the house of the parliamentary candidate, am I right?
Yes, my lord.
In the morning of the 31st of January, 2019, where were you around 7?
Around 7 o'clock, I was exactly at the MP's house.
Why were you there?
Yeah, I was passing to go to vote. And when I got there, I saw the crowd. Some that have joined the Mahindra vehicles. They said they are going for their polling stations. And I knew somebody among the crowd, so I stopped and started having chat with him.
Now, this crowd you talk about, can you put a number to them? How many roughly would you say they were?
Roughly, there will be almost about 50 to 60 people around that vicinity.
If you say that vicinity,
That
where exactly
in the area there, yeah, where the Mahindra vehicle, and then in front of the MP's house.
Where exactly was this Mahindra vehicle?
Yes, these Mahindra vehicles were parked just at the curve of the main house. When getting to his house, you have to turn left before you get to his main entrance. But the cars were parked at the side there, at the curve there.
Is it in that alley leading to Labawoleshi or the Presby School direction?
The lane that leading to the Brock factory. The lane that leading to the Brock factory where the weddings are. Where?
And this group of 50 plus, were they all in front of the house or somewhere in the house?
Somewhere in the house. But actually, I didn't enter into the house. But somewhere in the house because I heard people then in the house talking.
Now, you got to the area around 7, you said. Am I right?
Yes, my lord.
And you saw a number of gentlemen?
Yes, my lord.
According to you, some of them were boarding some Mahindra vehicles.
Yes, my lord.
Am I right? All right. And what else did you observe?
Yeah, it was there when I was talking to a young man. We stopped because he was also then going to vote. So we started chatting. It was there when I saw this black, I saw some others running from the direction of the primary school where the wooden stretcher was. I saw some coming from that direction. So I said, what is happening? But actually, I stopped. I didn't run. I stopped, and I was watching. And when they ran, they reached there. They advanced to the vehicle. And the people there were trying to challenge them that what did they want? They were in black top and then khaki trousers with this mountain boot. So it's like they were asking them what did they want, and they said they are making search. So they said, what search are you coming to make here? Out of that, they started with the exchange of words. So they try to push them. They try to sack them from the scene. They tried to sack them from the scene. So it was there I started watching them. And those that coming from the park lane, because they passed through Connex, there was some way, a path that you can pass to the MP's house. So they passed there. Those that came from that direction, they were forcing that they will enter into the house. But there was one guy I saw in the military camouflage with this mesh on top of his head. He opened the first shot, and then people started running. But he was in the direction of the primary school. So after opening the first shot, people started advancing, going direct to him. And we went there, I went there to ask him whether he was a military or is a military personnel. Because even to see his dressing, it tells me that he's not a military man. But when I was going, by then he was also moving ahead. Then he went to the main street, and I have to return with other guys, and I came to the scene. Yeah.
Now, you have just informed the commission that a certain man dressed in a military uniform was the first to open fire.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you able to tell the commission what caused this gentleman to open fire?
My lord, when they came and they started making the search, and the crowd jumped on them that no, they don't know what they are coming to do. And with the crowd, I think I don't know, But he opened the shot so that people will run away from the scene. And he didn't get it easy, so he has to escape from the scene.
Now, this gentleman opened fire.
Yeah.
What was the direction of?
Yeah, he was at the closest to the fitting shop. There's a fitting shop closer to the container that they opened fire to. So he was at the pole there. That is exactly where he opened fire.
Was it directed towards the crowd?
No. For the first open fire he opened, he gave a warning shot.
How many times?
One.
Now, did you see Honorable Sam George on the day at the scene?
Yes, my lord, I saw him.
At what point did you see him?
I saw him in the front of the MP's house, at the main entrance.
Was it before or after the gentleman opened fire?
Yes, when he opened the fire before even I saw Sam George.
And you didn't see this gentleman you are describing with Honorable Sam George, did you?
No. I didn't see him.
Not at any point
No,
in time
I saw him going, but he was not closer to Sam George then.
Now, did you observe anything else?
What I observed was the young guys who came with this black top with the, I think, khaki trousers, with this mountain boot. Yes, they were forcing to enter into the main house. So I was among those who was trying to prevent them to enter into the house. Yes, I was among those who were, we prevent them from entering into the MP's house.
Now, he said you prevented them from entering the MP's house.
Yeah.
Why did you have to do that?
Yes, one thing is, I look at them and they are dressing. My lord, I found that they are not military men and they are not police men. So at the rate they came and they were forcing to enter, we decided not to allow them.
Now, what if you were told that those gentlemen were on an assignment for the state?
My lord, what I know is we have security personnel like military men and the police. But with their dressing, I don't know if the state can assign people like that to such operation. Because they are not in military uniform and they are not in police uniform. So I cannot say they are either police or military.
You cannot say whether they are other security or military, and yet you had reasons together with a group of men to prevent them.
Yes. My lord, we prevent them because coming to at that crucial time and the way they were reacting, you cannot easily allow them to enter. So we were even asking them where they were coming from. It was no response. And they were quiet looking at us. So it's okay, fine. They started asking them to go back. So they just went from the main entrance, if I would say, about 5 meters away from the main entrance. So they create a wall like that over there. And the crowd too were just in front of them. That they did not allow it. So we were looking at each other. They couldn't even have the chance to enter. And out of that, what I saw was there was a stone that thrown from nowhere. And then among those black and khaki, one opened a shot. So when they open the fire, they give about 2 warning shots at the top. And then the crowd started, we started running. But I stood at a point where I can even see them. So I was just watching them by the side of the main building.
Mr. Tagoe.
Yes, my lord.
You have just observed men you do not know who have given warning shots. People are running away, and yet you said you stood and observed them?
Yes, my lord. There is a place where you stand, because it wasn't an open place where we can all run or take cover. But what happened, I hid by the side of the building. There were 2 containers, about 4 containers over there. So when you are there, you are seeing them. So after the 2 warning shots, all the warning shots that were coming was a direct shot.
Mr. Tagoe.
Yes, my lord.
All the warning shots that were coming were direct shots. What do you mean by that?
Yes, my lord. When I say direct shot, they were shooting direct to the people, not warning shot. They were shooting direct to the crowd, the people. So you know why people were running? Even, you can see, I don't know, but there were some trees over there. Some even hide behind the tree. Yes, still, they were even shooting direct to. And some bullets even enter into hit the wood, the tree. Some enter into the containers. Some enter into cars and others. By then I was there. I decided not to go until one police officer, I don't know the rank, but maybe it might be ASP or DSP, who came down with his boys. ASP, yes, ASP. I saw at the top of his chest. It's Asari. He came with his boys and I asked what is going on, and I narrated a story to them. So it was the boys who entered too, and those guys with the black and khaki trousers, they all went away. And he came and stopped and made sure that the place was calm.
Mr. Tagoe.
Yes, my lord.
The man in a military uniform.
Yeah.
And
it's in camouflage.
Military camouflage,
Yeah.
Thank you. And these other people in khaki and black, did they come together?
Yes, what I say, they all came together. Some came on this direction, on the other side, and these people also came from the other side there. They didn't come at one line, on the one place, but they came in different direction. From the main school building, the wooden stretcher there, And the others also passed through the park. There's a way out there you can enter into the MP's office.
So
or
from your
MP's
observation, you would say they were together in a group. Is that it?
Yes, I can say.
Now, what was the interval between the gunshot by the man in military camouflage and the second gunshot?
The distance where the features are and where they open the other the two shots will be about 50 meters. No, it's less than 50 meters. It's less than 50 meters. Yeah.
What about in terms of time between the first shot and the second shot?
Oh, the first shot, after the first shot happens, he ran away. Let me put it that way, because he was then going. So he ran away, he joined the main road, and he left the scene. But the second shot took a time. The second shot took a time, because that was the time that we create a wall that they shouldn't force to enter into the MP's house.
Now, you said you saw Honorable Sam George at the scene.
Yes.
Was he present as at the time these warning shots were given?
Yes, I saw him in front of the house when he was talking. He was then, talking because I don't know why you've come to the scene and you were trying to beat people around it. He was talking. But when the gunshot started taking place, I don't see where he went.
Mr. Tagoe.
My Lord.
According to Mr. Sam George, he was with this gentleman you have described as being a military camouflage as at the time the first gunshot went off. What would you say?
My Lord, what I saw the gentleman after giving the warning shot. He turned, he was going. But St. George, when I saw him, he was standing in front of the MP's house, the main entrance.
Mr. Tagoe.
Yes, my Lord.
I want you to watch this video and tell me whether you can identify that gentleman in the video, the one in military camouflage you are describing. Play?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want a replay?
Yeah.
Very well.
I can also go with my boys now and to be nasty, to be raw.
He's not among this group.
He's not among this group. Did you see it very well?
Yes, my Lord.
And you could make out every single person in there?
I saw Sam George among them.
Okay.
But the one in the camouflage is what I'm watching, but I didn't see him.
Didn't see him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you are saying that this gentleman in military uniform gave a warning shot and walked away.
He was in that camouflage.
And walked away.
Yeah.
Then the uniformed men in mask were trying to enter the MP's, the candidate's house.
Yeah.
Is that the case?
Yes.
And that you and others were trying to prevent them from entering.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
And according to you, a warning shot was given.
Yes, my
How
Lord.
many warning shots?
They gave the warning shot I heard was first two, and then the people just ran off. But what I heard second was a direct shot, not warning shots.
And how many shots?
Oh, My Lord, it is a lot. A lot, let me say, almost getting to about, it will be around 2021 there.
Now, do you see how many people were firing?
Oh, the way it was the group. Those black and white, black and khaki, those in that, they were firing. And you cannot see a particular person firing because where I am, I've already taken this thing and watching what it was taking. So it was just coming direct like that.
Now, Mr. Tagoe.
Yes, my Lord.
At the scene, did you see a couple of motorbikes?
In the morning that I saw, I think there were about 3 motorbikes at the left of the fitting shop. On there, yes, coming from my direction is the left. I just saw motorbikes over there. 2 motorbikes, 3 motorbikes.
Now, what would you say if I suggest to you that the commission has been told that commotion broke up over a key? What would you say?
Yes, I can see that is the main reason. Because when they enter into the scene and were making search, they remove the key. The key, that's the Mahindra car, the vehicle. That's the key they removed. So that is where the whole thing started.
Was that before the first warning shot or afterwards?
No, they did it before the first warning shot.
And you said you were informed. By whom?
My Lord, come again.
Who informed you?
No, I was standing there.
So you saw them remove the key?
I saw when the action was taking place.
What action?
When they came and they were trying to make the search in the car, and the others started, preventing them from that search.
So then, according to you,
yes,
they removed a Mahindra key.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
And what happened after the removal of the key?
But they were forcing to get the key. They were looking for the key. So that is where the problem. I think they saw that one of the guys has removed the vehicle, the car key. So they rushed on him to collect the key from.
You see, Mr. Tagoe,
yes, my Lord.
You've told the commission 2 different things leading to the firing. First of all, you said it was as a result of you and these other members in a group preventing the uniformed men from entering the house of the candidate. I suggested to you that the commission has been told that it was as a result of a key. And according to you, that also happened. So which is which? Is it the key or the prevention that led to the shooting?
My Lord, what happened was this. When they came and they were doing that search, and this crowd decided not to allow them, I think within that, and they removed the key. Within that, and they removed the key. So it was there that the man in uniform, that camouflage, opened the fire. He gave the warning shot. It was that scene that he opened the first warning shot.
Mr. Tagoe,
Yes, my lord.
were you present at the scene?
Yes, I was then standing at the corner there. As the corner.
What is happening in that video?
Yes, you know, the man in the, you can see the man in the white. They were even struggle handling. They were trying to, take action with those people over there. It was that time that they removed the key, the Mahindra key. So it was that time they were doing that, the route was started taking place.
And this scene is not right in front of the candidate's house, am I right?
Yes, it is not in front of the main house. It is where I was saying that from his main entrance, going on the left to the block factory, where the weather was, that's where the car was parked, in front of that stores.
Now, these gentlemen you met in front of the PC's house,
Yeah,
are
hello.
they people who live local?
Hello.
Do they live in the area?
Oh, those in the black and the khaki uniform.
No, I mean these other group of people you met,
Yeah.
not the uniformed men. Do they live in the area?
Oh no, not all of them. Not all of them.
So in your estimation, how many of them could you identify as living in the area?
My lord, I can say those even identify living in the area there were those that were in the containers and some two guys that I know. They are the people I can say what I see. But people, most of the guys that I saw over there, they don't live in the area.
Did you find out what brought them there?
Oh, yes. I know they were going to, for the polling stations. So they were preparing to enter into the vehicle. They were in the vehicles to go to the polling stations. But not all of them that I know.
You know they were preparing to go to the polling stations. Can you tell the commission exactly what they were going to the polling stations for?
Yes, most of them were polling agents. So they are now going for their stations.
Now, you said from where you stood,
Yeah.
you saw these uniformed men open fire at the crowd. Am I right?
Yes, I saw them.
And according to you, they were direct shots and no warning shots. Am I right?
Yes, my lord.
How many people were at the direction of the firing, in your estimation?
My lord, when the first shot that they were given, when the first one went to the the container, it was there people started running away. And then we can see there was this young man, they shot his leg. He was then standing just opposite the MP's house. Yeah, just opposite the MP's house. So he was about to run away from the scene. And unfortunately, he had that bullet in his leg. And some received some in their shoulders. And I don't know, there was one too that received bullets in his waist. And we tested it with some white man. And I directed them that we should put them in the vehicle. There was some emergency vehicle there. And the one that lost his leg first went we carry him to the vehicle. Then the policemen who came there, that is the commander, who came there with boys, the driver, I don't know whether it's the commander's driver, but when we went there, it was 2 police cars that were parked over there. He called me and said there were police cars, so we can bring them there. So I helped, and then we sent those wounded ones to the police car.
Now, you are saying a gentleman who was shot in the leg was right in front of the PC's house.
Opposite.
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 Very well. Now, if you say opposite, there is a house opposite and its gate, then there is a container. So where exactly?
Opposite.
In front of the house?
There's a gate in front of that. They are opposite. MP's house is here. Opposite MP's house, there's a gate to a different house. Yes. And the container is by that house.
Was he in front of the house or by the container?
The container is by the house. By the house.
So where was he? In front of the house, the gate, or the container?
He was just closer to the entrance. He was close to the entrance. You can see the gate, there's a pillar. He was standing there. There were 2 standing there because there was a tree over there. There were 2 standing there. So he was trying to run away from the scene. And then, unfortunately, he had that bullet. But the other one still stuck at the tree there. He was standing there. He didn't even run away. He was standing close to he was holding the wood, the tree over there.
At the time of the shooting, were these gentlemen you've described, I mean those who perpetrated the act, on the direction of the school or the other way around?
No, they were not. The direction wasn't at the school. The back was facing the high tension. Their back was facing the high tension, and they were facing directly to the containers and the fitting and the cars that parks over there. So the shooter was going direct to the cars and the containers over there.
So would you say the school was behind them or in front of them?
The school, can I say, the school is, let me say behind, because it's not even close to the scene.
Now, in one of the videos, when you were being interviewed, you are heard saying that members of the Invincible Forces came and attacked you. Am I right?
In my Lord, I can say I didn't say they came to attack me.
But then you were emphatic when you said members of the Invisible Forces. Am I right?
Yeah, I said it because I got to know that they are not police and they are not soldiers, but they are invisible forces.
When did you get to know and from whom?
No, my Lord, in the scene, I asked, who are those people? And they said they are invisible forces. Yes. So that's where I got to know that it's invisible forces.
But you saw some of these men with the inscription NSC. Am I right?
Yes, I saw, I was about to say, I saw some with the NXC. So I was saying, who are these people? NXC. So somebody was saying, oh, it's national security. I said, oh, is that so? And even I was telling them that, hey, national security, is that the way they react? If they are coming for even a search, then the way they run and coming to the scene, then it's serious, because national security, I don't know. Actually, I don't know the way they have been trained for.
Mr. Tagoe.
My Lord. Yes, my Lord.
As at the time you granted that interview, these men had been at the scene and left. Am I right?
Yes, my lord.
And as at that time, you had been told or you had seen them with that embossment NSC. Am I right?
Yes, my lord.
And someone had explained to you that the NSC meant National Security Council. Am I right?
Yes,
and
my lord.
Yet, in the interview, you were very emphatic that they were invisible forces. What informed that?
My lord, I said this because in the interview, you can see I said it, I don't know, I said it before I asked what is it? I asked somebody. Because I was told they are invisible forces, but I saw something. Not even those that I saw, not all of them were in that NXC. Some were wearing black without the distance, but I saw a particular NSC among those guys over there. So that's why I was even asking the other guy, somebody, why I mean that, who is this? And they say it's National Security.
So then, now that you have seen National Security Council, do you still stand by your belief that they were invisible forces?
My lord, I cannot say yes, but what I know is those who came there are invisible forces.
What you know?
What I know is invisible forces. Because I asked and he says invisible forces. But I asked the other guy, I saw one guy with NXC over there.
And this your knowledge is informed by what you gathered from one of the people in the crowd. Am I right?
Oh, that was when even they have left. That is when the guys have left.
Thank you, Mr. Tagoe. Mr. Chairman, your witness.
Thank you, too.
Mr. Tagoe, do you know Mr. Delali, the NDC parliamentary candidate?
My lord, yes, I knew him before he became a parliamentary candidate.
How long have you known him?
My lord, we live in the same area.
How long have you known him?
My lord, almost about 8 years.
Is somebody that you talk to and you know him in a personal way?
Yeah, my lord, I know him in personal, but I'm not in the. Then I was not in terms with him.
You were not what?
I was not in talking terms with him. I am not close to him, but I know him. I know his house.
You've never had any relationship with him?
No, my lord.
Now, the people who were in front of his house, do you know who they were? Those who don't live there.
My lord, actually, I don't know, but I knew because of the by-election. That's why the people came down there. Because when they were in the vehicle, I knew they were, from what I asked, and I knew they said they were going for the polling stations. So it was those guys that I saw over there. And even those that came there plenty was like, when people came there, people within the area also started coming.
Now, you say you don't know Mr. Delali on a personal basis. Why did you take it upon yourself to help to prevent these people who were trying to enter his house? Yes.
my
Why
Lord.
did you take it upon yourself to stop them from entering the house?
Yes, my Lord. We all hear what is going on in the system at the moment. And it's like election time, by-election, let me put it this way. When even I was among, because it's like not even me alone. I was among when they were doing that because you don't know where they are coming from. And with their dress, they are dressing, the dress they put on, I've never seen some before. So we decided that no, maybe there might be some wicked people somewhere. So we have to try to, since we are neighbors, we have to try to let those people go. That is why I joined to help asking them to vacate from the scene.
So did you eventually go and vote?
Yes, my Lord.
After
the scene,
you went and you voted?
I went and yes.
Okay, now you said 2 warning shots were fired.
Yes,
right?
my Lord.
And then about 20 shots were fired directly at the crowd.
Yes, my Lord.
A crowd consisting of how many people?
And during that time, the time I arrived there, the crowd I saw was almost getting to 60, 50 to 60. But later on, a lot came. But with the warning shots, it made some, when they dispersed the crowd, people just ran away from the scene.
The shots that were fired directly
Yes, made
at
people,
the crowd.
yeah, that makes the people to run away.
No. How many people were present when the shots were fired directly at them?
Yes, my Lord, it was when the warning shot took place, people started running away. And after that, that is where they were giving the direct shot now.
So
Yes.
at that time, how many people were there facing the direct shots?
And there were people around the scene. But when we started carrying the wounded ones to the vehicles, some just left the scene.
You can't tell me how many people were directly in front of or facing the warning shots?
My Lord, for that, people were there, but I cannot say. It was not enough. It was not plenty people. Yes.
And when you say the shots were fired directly at those people,
Yeah.
you mean these people aimed directly at the people standing there?
Yes, my Lord.
And how many people were hit by the shots?
Yes, by the shot, one man, young man, had it on the leg. I think on I don't know whether the right or the left leg. And then one had it on the shoulder. The other one received it by the waist. And there was this other young guy. He's very young. The bullet entered into, his head, his hand. Yes. And all this, some received some minor, I think the bullet, the way it came, some received some minor injury. So we went there, those even that joined the vehicle, that we carried to the police vehicle. To me, it was 5 that I saw. And they were the people that I asked to, or we carried them to the police vehicle.
And you said that some shots were also fired at a tree.
Yes, some enter into the tree, some enter into the containers, some enter into vehicles, parked vehicles over there.
Yeah, the ones that entered into the tree, Were the shots being fired at people standing at the tree, or?
Yes, my lord. There was a man standing there. There was a man standing there when the bullet hit the tree.
I see. How many people did you assist into the vehicle to be taken to the hospital?
My lord, the man with the leg, the waist one, there was this man with he had the bullets at the shoulder. Then there was other one too, and like they were about 5. So I asked them, everybody, they should try to enter into the police vehicle, so that because the policeman called me that the vehicle is there. By then the vehicle has parked at the block factory. So that is where we send them to, and they send them to the hospital. But actually, I don't know the hospital they send them to.
You also said that a stone was thrown from nowhere.
Yes, my lord.
It was thrown by whom?
My lord, I cannot identify that person.
It was thrown at whom?
That stone went directly to where the invisible forces were.
It was thrown at the invisible forces?
They threw it directly at the top. So it went and fell there.
It was thrown from where?
From where the crowd was. And it went to where the invisible forces were standing.
Now, so you state categorically that these people were members of the invisible forces?
Yes, my lord. Because the way I saw their dressings and the way they came with, and their reactions alone tells me that they are not security personnel. They are not professionals.
But even if they were not professionals or they were not security men, why did you conclude that they were members of the invisible forces?
My lord, that's why I said, somebody told me, these people are invisible forces.
Who told you?
In the crowd.
That person, do you know him?
My lord, it was a crowd, so you cannot even identify even the person who said that to me.
And you accepted what that person said, that they were
invisible
members
forces.
of the invisible forces?
So that, yes, my lord. That's why I also use these invisible forces.
Thank you, Mr. Tagoe, for your evidence. You say you are an electrician?
Yes, my lord.
On the 31st of January, were you going to work?
No, my lord.
You are taking a holiday?
I'm self-employed.
Oh, so you don't always work?
It is time when there's no work, I have to relax in the house.
Oh, so you were going to vote?
Yes, my lord.
Where do you vote?
At the school. Ayawaso school there. Where's Ayawaso? The school.
So you were on your way to the school to go and vote?
Yes, my lord.
And then you saw somebody you knew in the crowd?
Yes, my
lord. Who was this person?
A friend of mine.
Yeah. Who was he?
He's my normal friend. He's a friend to me.
Who was he? Somebody you would stop to go and talk to because he's your friend. You know the person.
Oh, yes, my lord. I know the person.
So who was he?
We normally call ourselves He called me Captain. I also call him Frank.
He calls you captain and you call him Frank.
Frank, yes.
Is there any reason why you'll be called captain when you're an electrician?
I went to military training and I came home. So it was there, some see me and they call me Captain.
Oh, you used to be a soldier?
Not real soldier. I had a training, but I didn't pass out.
You dropped out of military training?
Yes, my lord.
You dropped out of tertiary military training, or you were a member of the People's Militia?
I was at Tamale.
6BN. You went for training at 6BN and you could not stay to graduation. Can you give him a microphone that works, please?
Yes, my lord.
So when your military career did not take off, you became an electrician?
Yeah, I was electrician before even I entered.
Oh, okay. So in civilian life, you've been earning your living as an electrician?
Yes, my lord.
And so you saw Frank in the crowd?
Yes, my lord.
And you went to him to go and chat with him?
We started chatting.
And then you saw these people coming, and you decided to stay?
Yeah, I stopped there. Even the Frank, even he ran away. He ran from the scene.
So the person you went to talk to ran from the scene, but you decided to stay?
Yes,
Because
I wanted to see
training.
what is happening.
And then you saw these people and you said they were not official forces.
Yes, my lord.
Because you saw their uniform and you didn't think it was official uniform.
Yes, my lord. And their reactions.
And their reactions.
Yes, my lord.
You know how official people react.
My lord, the little that I learned from the training, that alone tells me that those people coming are not fully trained security personnel.
So they could not be badly trained security personnel?
Yeah, my lord. That the reactions alone is something that I cannot guarantee that they are professionals.
But you don't have a register of all professional security people.
My lord, the letter that I received from military and the letter that I see also from police is quite different from those people who just came to the scene.
You don't think they could have been a paramilitary force with which you are not familiar?
My lord, no.
You sound very convinced. It's because you have definite information.
No, my lord. I saw them and I know the way they react. A professional police or a professional soldier would not react that way.
If a professional soldier had been sent to search and he met a crowd of people resisting, what would a professional soldier do?
Yes, my lord. Even with the uniform.
What would a professional soldier do?
He will open first warning shot. And the warning shot alone will drive the people away.
But you said you were with this, you saw this guy in military camouflage who fired a warning shot, and the people did not run away. Instead, they charged at him, so he turned and left.
Some ran away, and some didn't even run away. So we that are closer to him, they decided to go closer to him to ask him why and what is happening. It was there he returned. He started going to the main street. So when...
Mr. Tagoe, are you a member of the militia?
Yes, my lord, I've joined militia before.
That would explain why you were not afraid of firing and so on. And the people that you saw there, were they also former members of some militia you knew?
No, my lord.
Nobody?
No, the faces I saw and the way I was looking at them, they are not. They are not.
You seem to know exactly what people should be like.
No, my lord, but a trained security personnel. I mean, the way even they came alone tells like they were coming for war. And my lord, even if they are coming for search, I was even asking them. I was asking, I think, one of them that, who is your leader? So that we can talk to your leader. He was not able to answer.
Mr. Tagoe, you were going to vote. You spotted a friend in a crowd. You went to chat with him. An incident developed. Your military training told you that then you stay and fight the people.
My lord.
Or you are supposed to take cover and assess what the development is.
My lord, I try to stay and see what is taking place.
And you even interviewed the people. Who is your leader?
Yes, my lord.
You joined the group of people you found there, whom you did not know.
Yes, my lord.
So you had no way of knowing if anybody had done anything that had drawn this force into the area.
Yes, my lord.
And then you were heard on camera saying the Invincible Forces attacked us. Are you a member of the Invisible Forces?
Not the invisible. I'm not a member of the Invisible Forces.
Then how do you know the people who attacked you are Invisible Forces and not any of the fancy names that people have taken these days?
Yes, my lord, it was in the crowd that I heard that they were Invisible Forces.
You heard something in the crowd?
I heard that among the people there were saying that they were Invisible Forces.
How did they know? How did the people in the crowd you can't identify know?
My lord, for that,
who the people?
For that I cannot see. But I heard from them
Are you used to repeating rumor?
My lord, no. But it was a word that I heard that they are Invisible Forces.
But you said so with such conviction, and you have been maintaining here that you are right. But you don't even know. You heard it from somebody you can't identify, just in the same way you couldn't identify who threw the stone.
Yes, my lord, because I don't know, but I heard that they are Invisible Forces. That is why I also use Invisible Forces.
So what your own eyes told you when you saw NSC on the shirt was not enough. But what you heard in a crowd from somebody you couldn't identify was more convincing.
My lord, I saw NSC, and it was there I was asked, who are these people? But even the NSC I saw, not all of them were NSC T-shirt in the black. I saw some, I think, 2 or 3. And I saw that there's NSC. So I told even somebody by me that, what is it? NSC is another group of people or something like that. And then somebody came behind, say, oh, it's national security. So I was just looking at them.
I'm sure you won't be able to identify the person who gave you that information either.
No, my lord.
You said there were people on a Mahindra vehicle.
Yes, my lord.
What color was the Mahindra vehicle?
It was like, is it light? It was light green or something like that. If I'm right.
I don't know. You knew the make of the vehicle.
I saw the. It was either light green vehicle. There were two, light green, something like that.
Two light green vehicles.
Yeah.
And they were carrying people who were going to be polling assistants.
Yes, people joined the vehicle. They are going, as they asked, and they said they are going for polling stations. They are going to distribute them to at the polling stations.
So these people, you found that they had arrived there on the Mahindra vehicle?
Mahindra vehicle was there, and after the selection, they were joining the vehicles.
After the selection?
I think after the selection, but
what selection?
The polling agents, after they've set everything, they were joining the vehicles to their
at 7 o'clock.
At the polling yes, around 7:30 there.
And you were going your own way, minding your own business. And then you saw a friend, you went to say hi to the friend, and you saw Mahindra vehicles, you saw people being selected to join the Mahindra vehicles and all of that?
Yes, my lord. It was this, when I asked them, I saw these people, they are going for the polling stations. And I said, oh, okay.
And you did not then decide to continue to go and vote, but to stay?
My lord, we were still standing chatting because it was early in the morning. We feel you've seen your friend and you are talking to him before even the incident took place.
But when your friend fled, you didn't flee?
No,
you
my
stayed?
Lord. I stayed, my lord.
You said you put the wounded people in a vehicle, and then somebody told you there were police vehicles.
Yeah, there was a policeman who told me their vehicle is parked at the block factory.
But you said those people, the policeman, he's a DSP, not ASP, as you thought.
It was the DSP. It's a DSP Asari. I saw it on his chest.
Yes.
Yes.
And you said he came after those people had left.
Yes, he came in. When he came, he was coming from the direction of where the block factory was with his people. So it was there when I told them, well, they should come. But as soon as they were going to see those people, they also ran to the park.
Where is the block factory? We were there, but I don't recall seeing a block factory.
The block factory, when you are coming from there's a fitting shop. There's a fitting shop just by the MP's house. There's a lane that leads into...
Yes, there's a lane in front of the MP's house.
Yes.
Where the trees are.
Where the trees are.
Where's the fitting shop?
You will not go down to the high tension when the main baller is. But rather...
I didn't see any baller either.
My lord.
You go, if you are coming to the MP's house, and you go by the school.
Yes, my lord.
There's a wall that you have to climb or, in my case, swing over.
Yeah, that is when you are coming from the park.
Yes.
Yes. But this one,
the front.
When you are coming from the main, from the school, the wooden stretch where they have
but the school is not near where you are talking.
The main building is at the school there, but they have a wooden stretcher that the children were in before they moved to the main stretch, the block one. That one is close even to the fitting shop. And there,
but it's no longer a school.
It's no longer a school.
But the way you talk of school block, as if
It's no more a school. They've moved from there to the main
so it's
building.
just a block, a wooden block.
A wooden stretcher.
And then there were vehicles parked.
That's the fitting shop.
That's the fitting shop. Okay.
In front of the fitting shop, that is where there's another lane.
Yes,
there.
I remember seeing that lane.
That is where the block factory is.
That is where the block factory is. And you said the Mahindra was parked where?
Just at the cave. In front of the containers beside the MP's house.
Or on the opposite side?
At the opposite side.
Okay, where the bullets hit?
The bullets hit on the right side. But this one is on the left side. When you are coming from that lane, before you turn, the vehicles were parked over there.
And so where were the Mahindra vehicles during all of this shooting?
The cars were there. The cars were parked over there.
But they were not hit?
For that, I didn't see any bullets to the vehicles. But there were other vehicles that I saw that the bullets hit.
Were you armed?
No, my lord.
We hear that some people were shooting. That's why the force that came also started firing warning shots.
Oh, my lord, it was not true.
It was not true.
It was not true.
You didn't hear any firing?
Firing was not taking place there. No shooting, except when this black and this khaki.
You call them the force.
The national security.
You call them the force.
The force.
Whatever they were.
Yeah.
They were the ones who shot.
They were the one who shot, yes.
But there was no shooting before?
No, my lord.
Or no shooting after?
No.
So when were the people who were wounded, when were they shot?
It was when they gave the warning shot too, and people started running. It was there they started giving the direct shots.
Where were you?
But then I was standing at the corner of the building. I was standing corner.
You were not running?
No, my lord.
You were waiting to be shot?
My lord, no. I was watching what is taking place.
Mr. Tagoe,
yes, my
for
lord.
somebody who has undergone military training and know that no bullet has a name written on it, you were very bold.
My lord, naturally, that is how I am. When I see a scene like this, I normally like to see what is happening over there. So that is the reason why I hid myself somewhere and watching what was taking place.
Where you hid yourself, could you see the people firing?
Where I were, you can see the fire. What I hear the sound, the containers one. I heard the containers one before I saw the man with the one who had is it the left, the one who,
but you don't know who was shooting?
My lord, it was coming directly from that side, but I cannot even identify the person who opened the shot.
You said the people did not come in one group. One group came from the back side, where I was describing, and another group came from the front. Yes. So how do you know who was shooting?
My lord, those that they were, they divided themselves. So when they passed...
I wasn't there, so I want to know.
My lord, when those that came from the park and those that came from the wooden structure there, they all met at one place. And that was in the video you can see, where there was this this thing over there, misunderstanding over there because of the key. So it was there, they were fought, but then there were people in front of the MP's house. So from there, they were trying to enter into the MP's house, and we said no, they shouldn't. Because I asked one guy, who is your leader, and he couldn't even tell me anything.
But you are not a part of what was going on there. So what was your business interviewing people who had come on operation, who their leader is and all of that?
My lord.
Or you were in charge, or you were in charge of the people who were hanging out there?
No, my lord. Because
Did you know anybody there apart from this friend of yours who fled?
Oh, people who came there, I don't know them, but the thing is,
you just decided to play officer commanding.
As a citizen, my lord, we all live in the community, and
Silence,
I saw what was taking place, my lord. The later training I have had from the military, I decided to. That is the main reason I was able to approach him and say, what was happening and who is your leader, so that I can speak to your leader. But nothing like that happens.
So if you had been arrested for obstructing people on duty, what would you have said?
My lord, that is where I can see it will be a big problem, because they rather were forcing to enter, and we stopped them that they shouldn't enter because they couldn't identify themselves.
You were not a part of a group. You had just gone to say hello to us, so you didn't know who was there. And somebody came trying to do something, and you said, no, I won't let you. Who is your leader? And don't you think you were a bit...
My lord, let me say something. Within our area, there was a time armed robbers entered into one woman house. This auto part house. And there were people gathering around the area. And there was a lady inside who ran to our direction where we were sitting. And he came and said, oh, we should come and help, but armed robbers has attacked them. My lord, we all live in the same area, so we all rushed to the scene. But the later military training, I was able to enter into the house. And in fact, I was there trying to get hold of any of them before even the police came. When the police came, I was having a sign. I was telling them they shouldn't even open fire. They should wait, but the people are inside. So I give them the direction before even the military also arrived. So, my lord, I believe it. I believe that when we are in the area and people like this has arrived within the area, we all have to contribute. And then we try to solve the issue so that the place will become. That is the main reason why I also joined the group. That we should, let me see, if there's a senior, we can talk to the senior. Maybe the senior can even explain that, oh, this is the reason why we are here. We can even talk to the crowd. Because the way they were doing, the crowd were anxious that they did not even allow them to enter, and they were also forcing that they wanted to enter. If there is a senior man, my lord, he should have even come out with some reasonable explanation, and we can also maybe allow them either to enter into the house.
Mr. Tagoe.
Yes, my lord.
Were you the leader of this group? Resisting the force that came?
No, my lord. I was not a leader. We were all helping.
In the military training you had, you were told that if somebody asked your identity, you should produce it, never mind who it was?
No, my lord.
Thank you.
Mr. Aite Tagoe.
Yes, my lord.
Are you tired?
No, my lord.
You want to drink some water?
Thank you, my lord.
Thank you, meaning you want to drink or you don't want to drink?
My lord, I took some before coming.
Okay. Have you lied in your life before? Have you lied in your life before?
Oh, my lord, as a woman, I might even sometimes say something which is, let me say, yes.
Said to a woman.
I might even say something which is a lie. Yes.
How about today? Have you lied?
No, my Lord.
And you're a very brave person.
Thank you, my Lord.
Very brave.
Thank you, my Lord.
Very observant. You're very observant.
Yes, my Lord.
When you are somewhere, you try to see what is happening so that you may remember if anything, and you have to tell somebody. So you are very observant.
Yes, my Lord.
The training that you had, and what year was this?
My Lord, that was 86.
How old are you?
My Lord, I'm 54.
So 86, how old were you? In 86, how old were you?
My Lord, I was then 20. Yes, I was. By then I was around 21, 22 there.
And was it regular army or this PDCC?
It was a regular army.
Regular recruitment?
Regular recruitment.
Where did you start the recruitment process?
We started at EWAC.
And what did you go through?
We went through physical selections. After that, we did athletics or something like that. And we did exams. And then we went to medical checkup.
And then you were sent to the Tamale
yes.
training
center.
You were there for how many months?
I stayed there almost for 4 months.
4 months. Yes. Then what happened?
There were some other, I can say some spiritual something. So I have to leave the scene.
Spiritual, like what?
There were some attacks.
On you?
On me, yeah.
By?
We cannot identify.
By spirits?
Yes, my Lord.
So how did it happen, the attacks?
My Lord, I just wake up and it came to me that I should leave the scene.
The first time the attack happened, or several occasions?
It happens about 3 times. And then even during that time, the commander over there, our RAFO trainer, and at the medical center, they all advised me to relax. But yesterday I insisted of coming home. So I was allowed to come home.
You mean, did the attacks occur when you were sleeping or when you were doing exercises?
When I was sleeping.
So you see something?
Yes, my Lord.
You dream or you see something in reality?
Well, I can say I dreamed about it.
And what were the things that you were dreaming of?
My Lord, those days, it was like I cannot sleep, and there was some warnings.
Warnings?
Yes.
From the spirit?
Yes, my Lord.
That what?
I should leave the scene.
You leave the military?
Yes.
And you told the commanding officer that the first time, did you tell them that I've had some warnings from some spirits?
I told them I am not in good faith, but if I don't take time, I will die. So I have to come home.
Die from what?
That is what I told them, because the way I was then feeling, I was taken to the one lieutenant colonel, who is a lady at the military at the
clinic,
at the hospital there, and he said, "No, Tagoe, I will make sure you go. But if you go and then you feel you're okay, let us know, and then that's all you return."
Before you went for the military training, had you experienced these spirits before?
No, my Lord.
That was your first time?
No, my Lord. That was my first time.
And after you left the military, have you experienced those spirits before?
No, up to today.
When you came home, did you go to any hospital or any spiritualist?
I went to a church. I went to hospital. Hospital declared that nothing. I'm physically fit.
Mentally too?
Mentally sound.
And the church said?
And the church is, my Lord, They will tell you so many things, but you
Like
cannot.
Like what?
My lord, they say it's from my house.
What exactly from your house?
What is worrying me? The spirit that is disturbing me is from my house. So I said, okay, fine.
So since then,
Yes, they don't want me to be a military person.
Military person.
Yeah.
So since
Because
then,
in our military, in our family, there are a lot of military men, but they don't want me. So I have
don't
to.
want you to.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell you before when you were doing all the recruitment exercises, the spirits didn't warn you.
Nothing happens.
Probably they didn't see that you were trying to go to the military.
Exactly when I was going to the training, I was going for all this checkup when military, like body selections and other things. I didn't even inform anybody. I went and did everything. When it gets to the medical checkup, that is where, people started saying that if you don't take time, they fail a lot of people. So it was there that I alerted my my brother and my mother that I wanted to go to military. So I was taken to let me say, my uncle. And then he asked me, do you want to go? I say yes.
Your uncle is a soldier.
Yeah, he's a soldier.
What rank?
Now it was a major.
Major
Oleno.
Oleno. Yes. Where was he stationed?
But then he was at Mass. So we went to his house. Yes. And he called the 37 and he said, oh no, if your uncle didn't even tell us that somebody is coming like that, with you, we cannot even fail you.
Oh, okay. So because of your uncle, they didn't fail you?
And not because of my, but I passed everything.
So that probably after you told your uncle, that's when the spirits started noticing that you were going to the military.
My lord, I cannot, I will not know.
Yeah, you said that before.
Yes, before I didn't have this
And
problem.
I'm saying that the spirits didn't see through the air or through their vision until you told your uncle.
I told my mother.
Your mother?
So it was my mother who took me to my uncle.
So maybe your mother told the spirits?
My lord, for that I don't know.
Okay. Now, on that day, what were you wearing?
I was in I was wearing shirt with
what color?
Green, blue, some dots. I can. Yes, that kind of some designs in it.
Green and what?
Green and white. Green and white, cream. It wasn't one color. It wasn't two colors. I think about 3 or 4 colors.
Yes. Did you have black in it?
Yes.
So multicolored shirt?
Yes, my lord.
And when you got there, you saw people in this Mahindra vehicle, 2 vehicles?
Yeah, I saw some people in the vehicle.
How many people boarded the vehicle? You said they were being sent to the polling station.
Those I saw in the vehicle, my lord, at the back there, I saw these people. I saw about 7 people here. In the front, 1, 2, I saw. Yeah, in the front, there were 3 guys sitting down there. They were sitting at the back of the Mahindra. It's like the pickup type. So they were sitting at the back there.
And thereafter, something happened and there was a warning shot.
Yes, my lord.
How do you know it was a warning shot? That first one.
The first one, even the one who opened the first shot, was the one I said is in the Mufti.
Yes, but how do you know it was a warning shot? Where was the gun pointed?
My lord, at the top.
Upstairs?
Upstairs, my lord.
And the shot went into the trees?
It went straight direct.
Yeah, could it have entered into those trees? Trees, the trees around.
Where you were standing. No, it goes straight. I don't think it would have entered into the leaves over there, the neem trees over there,
Did the shell subsequently fall down?
Yeah, for that, I didn't see the shells. Yes.
But then later on, when the situation calmed down and some people were collecting shells, did you see them?
Oh, yes, I saw Some were holding some of the shells.
Or how many people?
Some were holding some of the shells. I even saw it. Me myself, even I saw one. I collected it from the guy, and I was telling, this is a pistol. The way it was, it might be a pistol, something like that, shells. So I was holding it, and I saw this white. There's a tall man wearing top white, and he was holding some of the shells in the plain rubber.
Plain rubber, okay.
Yes.
Rubber bag.
No. This rubber.
Polythene.
This ice water rubber.
Okay.
He was holding some in it, and it's like when you hold it and you see him and you say, these are some of the shells. Then he just added to it.
So he was collecting from.
He was then collecting it from the people. Yeah.
You don't know that man?
I don't know him.
The first time
it's a tall man.
Okay. The first time you saw him with some. Yeah. How many were they? Rough estimate.
Rough estimate. The one he was holding then, it was around. If I'm true, it might be around 12 or something like that.
And you
in
saw
his hand.
People collecting some, and
they collected some in the
around the area.
Some, even the blood, something. I was standing there where some guy took some and said, this is some of the shells, and they put it in.
And so at the end of it, did you notice how many?
No, what I saw him holding, I just saw him when he was holding it. And I said, okay, fine. It was there. Man,
did you see that man again?
Ever since the incident happens and everybody went.
Did you ask who he was?
No.
Okay. Now, so after this first shot, which you said was in the air.
Yes, my lord.
You said later on you joined some people to prevent this force from entering the house.
Yes, my lord.
These uniformed people.
Yes, my lord.
And then, when did the second batch of shots start?
It took a time because those in the uniform, not at the instance when the first one opened the shot. They were, because they were, then wanted to enter into the house and were trying to prevent them from entering into the house. It took some time. Well, about 30 minutes, let me put it that way. It took about some 30 minutes before.
And what provoked the second batch of shots?
And there was a stone.
Thrown?
Yeah.
From where?
From behind the hand.
Okay,
so,
hold on. If you are coming from the school,
yes,
the school is this way. You are coming into that lane.
Yes.
This is Mr. Brimpon's house.
Yes.
If you are coming from the school.
Yes.
His will be on the left.
Yes.
And then this factory will be on the right.
On the right.
Understand they do barbed wire.
Barbed wire, yeah.
Okay, will be on the right. And then where were you?
I was standing at the corner of Mr. Brimpon's
house. So this corner?
That corner.
So you go, if you come from the school, you go past the gate to the corner where you were standing.
When you are coming from the Brock factory, you
yes, when you are coming from the school.
Yeah, from the school, then either you are coming from the school park and you join that small before you come to Mr. Brimpon's place. But when you are coming from the Brock factory...
No. Let's stay with when you are coming from the school. Okay. Where are you?
I was then standing at Mr. Brimpon's house, close to the house, where the prevent is.
That's why I'm saying that if you are coming from the school, there are two corners. This one from the school.
Yes.
And then this one from the main road, where the vehicles are.
Yes, my lord.
And then his gate is in the middle.
That's my lord.
So are you standing at the first corner from the school or the second corner if you are coming from the main road?
Yes, I'm standing at the second corner there, where the Mahindra vehicle...
From the main road? If you're coming from the main road?
No, our main road is where the school is, where the wooden stretcher is.
No, not the school. I mean the other... When you are on the main road...
Yes.
and you want to go to Mr. Bempong's place, you turn left, isn't it?
You turn left.
And when you turn left, there are a lot of vehicles parked there.
Yes.
And there are a lot of trees.
Yes.
And I'm saying that, and then you go, you went and stood by Mr. Bempong's
house. Yes, that's his corner there.
So at that time, that would be right. You're coming from the main road, so that would be right.
That would be right.
Yes. And the first person who shot, where was he standing?
He was standing, there's this electricity pole.
Yes.
There.
In front of Mr. Bempong's house?
No.
Where?
Where the fitting shop,
yes.
Where the fitting shop was, there's this electricity pole there.
That's where he was?
That is where.
Were you close to him?
No, I wasn't close. I was standing at the, on his pavement.
About how many yards were you from him, or meters?
From there to, it should be about, if I'm not lying, it will be about 15 meters or 20 meters.
Did you ask him why he fired the warning shot?
My Lord, that's why I said, when he opened the shot, people ran.
But you didn't run. You didn't run.
I didn't run. So I was then going there. Personally, I was going closer to him. But whilst I was going, he was also going. He passed in front of the wooden stretcher.
That's the man that you see was?
He was with this something like mesh.
So at the time that the second shots were being fired, the several shots, you said there were several.
Several shots, yeah.
He was not there.
But then he has left, right? He went and joined the main road, so he left.
And when the second shots were being fired, were they being fired towards where the vehicles were?
Exactly.
So where were the force that was firing towards the vehicle?
They were standing at the other side there, like when you were coming from the park.
Where the vehicles are?
No, the vehicles were here, but they were coming from the park. Yes. When you were coming from the park.
Yes, so through this lane.
Through this lane, yeah.
And I'm talking about the crowd. Where were they?
Yes, the crowd were at where the vehicles were parked.
Yes.
And some were even behind those guys.
Yes, the majority were where the vehicles were parked.
Vehicles were parked, yes.
And you said there were a lot of people.
There was a lot of people.
About 60.
Yes.
So that at the time of firing the first shot?
Yes.
At the time of firing the second shot, how many were left?
My Lord, when it comes to that time, when it's happening like that, everybody was trying to find somewhere to.
Except you?
I was standing in the corner there.
So most of the people were
Most of the people ran away. And then the firing now take direct shot because I had the one on the container. Going to the container, some came straight to those cars that are parked over there.
So you were standing and watching the...
I was at the corner there.
And you were seeing the bullets flying?
I was watching what was taking place. So I was watching them like this.
And you were seeing the bullets flying?
You can see, my Lord, you can see as soon as the bullet hits something, you will hear it.
And the bullets, were the crowd, who was the tallest person among the crowd? About...
My Lord, this thing, it should be very difficult for me to know the highest one.
Average crowd, isn't it?
My Lord, I cannot know that.
But
the tallest one.
They were shooting shooting this way.
They were shooting this way.
The weapon was about this way.
Yes, my Lord.
Not this way.
No.
Not this way.
No. Some, they were just shooting.
Take your time.
My Lord, they were shooting just like that.
Shooting at the crowd.
Yeah.
So they were not pointing the weapons this way.
And that is where I cannot see that they point the weapon. But what I saw was the shooting was taking place.
Don't worry, take your time. Mr. Bempong's gate, people are in front.
Yes.
Where you were hiding to, some people are somewhere, isn't it?
Yes, my Lord.
And you are hiding and seeing the force firing at the people.
Yes, my Lord.
Were they firing at the people in front of Mr. Bempong's gate or the other group standing towards the vehicles?
The bullets, what I saw, most of these bullets I saw was those ones that enter into the container, and one that
Take your time.
even
Take your
enter
time.
into.
The troops are coming from this side, isn't it?
Yeah, the troops are coming from that side.
And you are hiding somewhere. In that
Yes, I'm there. Yeah.
This is the gate of Mr. Bimpon's
house.
And this is the warehouse where they do or factory where they do the wire mesh.
Yes, my lord.
And this group of people, the force, how many were they?
The force men.
Yeah, those who were firing. The second batch of shots.
Yes. If I am not lying, there will be almost about, there will be around 14 or 15.
Good. In that small lane?
Yes, in that small lane.
So somewhere in front and somewhere at the back?
Yes.
Were they all shooting?
No, not even. They were, those in the black T-shirt, they were there, and some, let me say, the crowd were behind them. And the majority of the crowd were just in front of the...
I'm talking of the crowd in front.
Yeah.
About how many of the forces were shooting at that crowd?
My lord, that I cannot even count. I cannot count it. But you can hear that they were firing.
Was this single shots or rapid shots?
Pa, 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 pa.
So single shots?
I think so.
And they were firing at the crowd. That's what I'm...
Yes, they were firing straight to the...
Yes,
so
that's why I'm saying that if the crowd is here,
yes,
they were not firing right.
Yeah.
They were not firing left.
Yes.
They were firing at them.
Some go straight. I believe the firing, it was one person that was firing. So some go straight, some go to other directions. Because even where we're standing, some, when it spread out, some, we heard it at that place.
This is a crowd of about?
More than 50 to... And those who ran off, but even those that left, that they were firing, we all at the corners.
And nobody was hit?
Some was hit.
No. I mean, nobody died. Because this is direct fire that you are saying. It's not... Do you think that some of the bullets might have hit something and hit those who were injured?
This is... even, my lord, the one, it just the leg. And the one that hit the ribs.
The right ribs.
And the shoulder.
Left shoulder.
Yes, what I know is in the shooting, I think the bullet where the bullets got is where I saw the marks.
Since you say they were just shooting by hand.
They were just shooting.
Could some of the bullets have hit any of the obstacles, a wall, a tree or something?
Oh, yes.
And then it comes off, when
yes.
bullets, yes.
It's true. Because some hit in the different places, different direction, would receive some.
With your military training, you know that even the warning shots, if the people are far away and they fire warning shots in the air, they don't remain in the air.
Yeah, it comes down.
It comes down, but it doesn't come, so it will come this way, isn't it?
It goes and it comes down.
Yes, like you are saying, it goes up and it comes this way.
Yes.
Like an arc.
Yeah.
And it may hit anything and hit you or anybody.
Yes.
Yes, even as it's coming down, it can hit a human being or an obstacle, the car, the tree, anything.
But this...
Hold on. And you will still be injured, isn't it?
Yes, my lord.
But for these ones that you are talking about, it was pointing directly at them.
Direct.
And nobody was killed.
Nobody was killed. Because at the scene, nobody was killed.
Was it divine intervention?
My lord, when you look at the distance where they were firing, from the park, when you climb that short wall.
Small, that Madame talked about.
That short wall. And then you passed by this, there were some containers, wooden over there. It was there that they were opening the fire. So they were standing there opening the fire.
It's a little distance.
A little distance.
About how many meters from where you were?
Where I was at the corner. So from there to where they were, will be about 15 meters. So this will be about 40 meters away.
That's why I'm saying that if somebody fires a weapon from 40 meters, even if it's pointed in the air and you have all those obstacles, it can hit one of those obstacles and come and hit a human being.
Yes.
But have you looked at the tree that is there that has a lot of holes?
Yes, I saw.
Since it happened.
I saw one tree.
Okay.
That the bullets entered.
Yes. Well, was it the same day or later on?
No, it was the
same day. Yeah, but there were a lot of holes.
There were. I saw a hole
on that tree.
Yes.
When we went, we saw lots of holes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm saying there were lots of holes, maybe about 5 or 6.
Oh yes, my lord.
But you didn't see any bullet embedded in the tree.
My lord, this the bullets hit that tree. You can see the way the place is. It looks like the cover of the tree. It has peeled off and some just the hand.
Yes, but the bullets were not embedded in the tree.
In the tree, yeah.
Yes.
So I think it fell on the ground after hitting the ground, the wood, the tree. It fell on the ground, yeah.
But your divine people, none of them was hit.
Some were hit.
No, I mean fatal shot. Because if people are
the fatal shot.
Yeah, fatal shot.
Fatal shot. Okay.
If about 14 or 15 security people, especially the people you say you didn't look like soldiers or police because they were not behaving well.
Yeah, my
they were not properly trained.
Yes, my
they were
lord.
just firing by heart.
The way they were firing.
Yes, and yet it didn't hit anybody to cause death.
No, death didn't come in.
If you are standing this way and somebody is firing at you, will it hit your rib?
My lord, since they are not professional trained, they were firing anyway. So
yes, but if they are firing by heart, can it hit something and come and hit your rib?
For that one, it can also happen.
Yes, that's more likely than hitting you. I mean, if it's firing at you direct, 14 people, several shots, it should have hit somebody in the chest or somewhere.
My lord, people scattered around. So even people who were standing closer to where even the bullet entered into the containers, some ran away. So it was there that we realized that, some of the bullets has entered into some people.
So with all your powers of observation, you were watching bullets, you were watching people run away, you were not running away, you were standing, isn't it?
I was hidden somewhere.
Yes, but you were watching.
Yes, my lord.
But the only thing you didn't see that day was where the stone came from.
My lord, the stone came from, I saw from the direction where the crowd was.
Only one stone?
I saw one stone before the warning shot took place.
Did you shout to them, who is throwing the stone or something?
My lord, this is a crowd that all of us, although we are there, and what we are doing, everybody is trying to protect himself. So with what I saw before the firing took place, we all try to take over.
So fine. My final scenario. The first person who fired had run away, the person in the film, isn't it?
Yeah, the one in the mufti.
People are firing shots all over the place. I mean, the force, they are firing shots all over the place.
Yes, my lord.
Afterwards, people collected shells.
Yes.
Other people looked at them. They were being handed to, I mean, one shell could have been examined by about 3 or 4 people.
Well,
like somebody took one and you looked at it and you gave it to man collecting, isn't it?
Yes, my lord.
So all this time, where was Honorable Sam George?
Oh, by then he was not in the scene.
When the shots were taking place?
When the shots started taking place, he was not in the scene.
When the force,
either he entered.
Hold on. When the force was firing at the crowd, you didn't see him in that crowd.
Oh no, my lord, I didn't see him.
You didn't see him with the man, the soldier who left. The fake soldier, whatever it is. Shall we call him fake soldier? The one
he's a fake soldier, yeah.
The fake or false man. You didn't see him with Mr. Sam George.
No. And when I was following him, he was going with some man. But when we got to the gutter, the way he was doing, he moved fast. And I thought, let me return.
So that whole period, when you were hiding and observing things, you didn't see that soldier with Mr. Sam George?
I didn't see him with Mr. St. George. If maybe.
No, all right, don't.
Okay.
And when people were running away, you didn't see Mr. St. George among those running away?
My Lord, this is running to save your life, so you cannot see.
Did you see him?
I didn't see him.
Fine. And those standing in front of the candidate's house who were being fired at directly, you didn't see Mr. Sam George?
I didn't see him, but I saw him at the
earlier on, before the first shot.
Before they started doing yes.
But after the first shot, after the second batch, you didn't see him?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, my Lord.
Mr. Tagoe, thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
The commission will resume sitting tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
All right.
And that's Benjamin Ayite Tagoe, an electrician and resident of Baulishi, a man who once wanted to be a military officer but had to let go of that dream because of spiritual attacks. He said, appearing before the commission and testifying, he said he hid in between some containers and observed as the national security operatives fired several gunshots directly into a crowd gathered in front of the residence of the NDC's candidate. Then he had 2 warning shots fired in the air and several others shot directly into the crowd. Before him, we saw Amadu, a house attendant at the NDC candidates in the Ayawaso West Wagon by-election, the Lali Kwesi Brimpong, who was not allowed to give his testimony because he had brought in his own interpreter as he could not speak English. The commission rejected this because they say they could not vouch for him. Before him, though, we had the General Secretary of the NPP, John Buedru, answering questions on ownership, sponsorship of groups such as the Invisible Forces and whether or not the NPP is a beneficiary of such groups. We also had the Detective Inspector Sule, who accompanied the commissioners on their field trip last Friday, coming in to give his testimony. Remember, he was also the man who interacted with the Walla youth chief who had refused to hand over some shell casings. And the first to appear this morning was Dr. Kwesi Enin, Director, Faculty of Academic Affairs and Research, Kofi Annan Peacekeeping Training Center, making several recommendations, including bringing sanity in the security service such that when hierarchy fails, someone could be accountable, and questioning what he termed a quasi non-recognized SWAT team at the national security, and also statutory security forces not knowing the existence of other security forces, adding also that this remains one of the most serious threats ahead of the 2020 election. Also noting that the Election Security Task Force's capacity is undermined by the multiplicity, as he put it, of the legal framework, as it were. Now, the commission's work is done for today, and so is our coverage for the live public hearing today. Join us tomorrow as the committee resumes sitting at 10 a.m. In the meantime, just log on to myjoyonline.com and catch up on all that you've missed. My name is Mama Vio Uswabuaji.